with some critics saying the dress was too revealing. You think? She gets my vote.
Well, the ACLU is gearing up for another challenge to the federal government's no-fly list. They claim it's random and impossible to get off of once you're on it. Officials with the Joint Terrorism Task Force say it saves lives. Well, Dan Springer joins us now live in Seattle. Dan, a federal judge has thrown this case out, but apparently this legal fight is not over?
Well, that's right, Patty, and it is far from over. The ACLU is appealing that federal court's decision in Portland, and even if it doesn't get heard in district court, it will likely get heard by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. At issue is whether or not the no-fly list with its 20,000 names is constitutional, or does it violate a person's right to travel, and more specifically, due process rights. A former member of Portland's Joint Terrorism Task Force says the list is legal and it has already saved lives.
Because of 9/11, a lot of things have changed. A lot of our personal freedoms have been restricted. Our phone calls overseas and things like that are many times are intercepted and monitored. And that's a result of the terrorist activity trying to affect the homeland.
Now, everyone on this this fly list is also on the terrorism watch list, and that also includes, Patty Ann, 500 U.S. citizens.
So what happens, Dan, if the FBI gets it wrong?
Well, and it has, and there is a redress system, but it's not an easy system to get through. It makes you go through several different processes and also departments within Homeland Security. And one of the 500 Americans who is on this list is Jamal Tarhouni, a businessman from Portland. He says it would have required him giving up his Miranda rights. Now, Tarhouni was barred from flying back to his family after a humanitarian trip to his native Libya with the Christian group Medical Teams International. He says he has never been told why he's even on the list.
They can ask anything they want about what I know, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Because I have really nothing to hide about what I have done in Libya or how I lived my life in the United States.
And just like Tarhouni, all 16 plaintiffs in the ACLU case against the no-fly list are Muslims. Back to you, Patty.
All right, Dan Springer, live in Seattle. Thank you.
Just watching the markets right now. We're kind of held on for the moment. All right, sky's not falling, right?